So, roll to Thaos. We mostly spirits. Very much like, well, did something else besides spirits. Maybe animats? No. Either way, I think I, for fuck's sakes.
Stop right there.
Why are you here, Inquisitor?
Resting bonus is gonna be somewhat wasted if I rest now, just to get the spirit bonus. We're probably going to have to rest anyway, so we might as well just go in. Use our spells and other abilities. The couple of points of extra accuracy, it's great, but it's not worth wasting the few camping supplies we have. Which reminds me, the camping supply limit is reduced with difficulty levels, so you would have to see through the entire thing with the supplies you have. And I think with the hardest difficulty it's something like maybe even just 1. And you can't use your stash as infinite supply. You have the items you have and that's it. You'll just have to make do with those. I I don't think it. Well, naturally it adds to the difficulty because you have the higher attribute enemies, but I'm not. I don't think it would really add too much to the game. I think it would add tedium more than anything else
Keeping an eye
because all the convenience things would be gone, and you would basically just have to buff more, and you can't. For fuck's sakes. I don't care about the answers. And it's very inconvenient to use. Can't use them here. Always have to go into the quick item slots. So
A blade in the dark.
I guess you can take it as a challenge, but I think it's one of those things. Like I tried playing Dawn of War 2 with a single squad commander, basically with a single character, and it's a group-based real-time strategy game. And you can do it. That's not the problem. The problem is it turns the game into more of a just tedious slog than anything else. It doesn't fundamentally challenge you or change the game. You just it's tougher. And you need to figure things out so you understand things better. It's a great way to learn mechanics, what really works, because you're always at a huge disadvantage, and you need to squeeze every advantage out of something similar to this. But after some point, you really stop getting proper challenge out of it. It becomes like adding a huge hit point buffer to all enemies type of a thing. It just adds tedium for you to slug through and hack through all those hit points instead of genuinely making things more interesting and harder. I think it will add, basically, instead of having the extra hit points, it'll add tedium of massive amount of buffing. Because you have to, otherwise you aren't hitting. Or you are not capable of defending or whatever. Grotto of Echo. I suppose it's what you like. With a full group, I suppose it's, yeah, where are you in your comfort zone? If it's too easy for you, you sort of lack any interest. It becomes too easy, it becomes tedious too. So if you honestly can't enjoy the more casual approach, then yeah, I suppose it could be more entertaining, even though it's just a more time-consuming version of the regular standard game. I suppose the hard could have been a decent middle ground. No, I would not play on normal. It's, I mean, if you can comfortably play with a single character, with a full team and that knowledge behind you, it's probably better if you play a little bit harder. So you have to take advantage of the options given to you. You probably properly have to know how to build your class. Can I go now? Please?
Keeping an eye out.
No coming back from this. Athletics 7. I could use an athletic scrolls to get the Athletics 7. Probably got us some kind of an injury out of this.
After what seems like an eternity, your rapid descent comes to an...
Right. -2 might, -25% attack speed. Yeah,
Keeping an eye out.
that sucks.
I see something.
Well, there's camping supplies, so we can rest. Spirits are what we're gonna face the most here, at least for a while. Right, just plus 15 against spirits. We have another scroll when we change things to plus 15 against vessels. Right.
They won't see me coming.
There are vessels here too, though. It's not just spirits.
No prisoners!
Not much we can do. I'm sacrificing health at the moment to not have to waste spells. There are a couple of serious fights here against spirits, so an individual shade or two is not a threat.
Keeping an eye out.
There's a lot of specters. Shit. You're running there, aren't you?
Moet Ixi Ana!
Right. Tadra Animad's probably dead.
Arthur Worthen Run!
We don't have too much money. We might have made a mistake by not selling more stuff, because it limits our options of crafting at this point. Guess I missed. Fuck you. Larger animats have much weaker defenses. Yeah, this did not go well for us. And it's still not going well for us. What exactly can we do here?
Lavaru beyond sea!
They have weakness to lightning, we could take advantage of that. Right, if the Holy Radiance misses, then we're in trouble. We basically don't have all that much left after that. $33 against slashing. Yeah, that's Atra Dragon levels protections.
Lava.
Well, aren't exactly doing great amount of damage, but at least this is the least bad option for us. Keeps him from doing too much damage to us. And there were some kind of health pools here where you can recover actual health, not endurance. Cool.
Only if I can only get after all. I will tell. I can see. It was that what I taught. It shook them, and if I became the. You have.
What if we can be assured of nothing? Hmm. Then the only value is in the things we create ourselves.
There is. I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple. But somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition.
Cool, cool, cool.
We knew you had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, maybe you. At first I thought this might, yet if there is anything I can
Yeah,
tell
I
you
got
that would be
something.
of use, you will not find in a matter of this prison was they ate but these souls. These forgiven the gods have last time. The gods need to be reminded. I could not. His words mattered to you when you knew him. He cared that if Thaos succeeds, there will be. Thaos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, your soul, if ever.
I got some kind of a bonus out of it. Is there a recording? Well, I'm not noticing any. Probably your answer to her determines something. Bristless hand? No. Gift from the machine. Song of the Heavens? Nope. Really nothing there. So special ability then. The Watcher gives his or her foes a glimpse into the afterlife by displacing their souls, momentarily paralyzing them and leaving them sickened. So, okay. This is worse than the scroll. Once per rest. Yeah, this is more accurate and lasts longer. Do any scrolls in storage? A few. We have to keep one thing clearly in mind. We are running low on cash. 9,000 still. I'll use it all on crafting, or at least save for crafting. So, no more new enchantments on items.
A blade in the dark.
Extra camping. But take a large number of camping supplies. Makes sense on these difficulties. Everyone else who's gonna come here is gonna be somewhat well prepared. Ah, yeah. Now is the fight against the shadow spirits. Ring of Searing Flames. Grants combusting wounds 3 per rest. Plus 5 burn damage over time when hit for the next 20 seconds. Yeah, these would be great if I didn't have to do all this. Right, our target is somewhere there. And if I recall correctly, this is basically a gauntlet, so we don't have really an option where to go. We go forward. Kill all that comes our way. Diamond.
I'm no pack mule. Let's offload this junk.
Boots of Speed. +3 move speed. Well, I don't see that being a terribly bad thing, but well, you can basically, yeah, I can see that being incredibly useful at times. In certain situations, it's not going to make a difference. However, you will be able to gain distance to your opponents without too much fuss. And if we have to evade
Keeping an eye out.
certain type of enemies or anything like that, we need to have extra mobility compared to them. Spirit. Low defense value. Coupled.
Lava.
Cannot be sickened.
Beyond sea.
70 defense. Wow. Hey, what? It was something like 40 before. I think it was a question mark though, right? Status effects. He has like -20 to his attacks, but he's gonna graze constantly. I sort of don't want to use these abilities. It's gonna be a top order fight ahead.
Lava room beyond sea.
We're
A
draining
blade in the
health,
dark.
but so slowly, I'm not sure if it matters. Right, if we go there, this fight. Don't think we have much of a choice. So I never got the reason why we have to fight those fights. So even if I go somewhere else, the game still puts me in a very awkward position here. Shadow creep. Within shade. Ah, shit.
Moe Ixi.
Weakness against fire.
Lava room beyond sea.
36 fire resistance. At least we should be able to kill everyone else. What to do with you? We're not looking for damage, I'm looking to lower his defenses.
Lava room beyond sea.
Drake slaying machine. One more. Two more. 3 more. Ah, even stun locking still useful.
They won't see me coming.
Right, they're not that tough fights.
I'm no pack mule. Let's offload this junk.
Minor bracers of deflection. +5 deflection. Guess this is yeah. I think we had the sort of a similar consequence of fighting the Atra Dragon. It's that suddenly you're so keenly aware how little effort you have to put into most of the other fights compared to that. So you're Drake. Ooh, I love our new mobility.
Moe Ixi Ana.
not sure if I want to use scrolls. And can't use the cleansing flame. Jeez, fuck. If that happens during the end fight, that's gonna be lovely.
Lava beyond sea.
What to do with you? One piercing damage. It's an okay hit. It just has a high defense value. Can we do anything else? Yes, we can.
Lava beyond sea.
And there's the stun block. That's where we need to go. Is there some kind of benefit to fighting all these shadow areas? Not sure if there is. Right, we're gonna switch from spirits to vessels. Not sure what would be the best spells to use in the final fight. I think I want more damage than paralysis. It's probably not too effective against Thaos anyway. Do I want the Scarab? I suppose it could be a peak of sorts. Vessel. Yep. So, plus 15 accuracy against vessel. Need to eat dragon meat quite yet. Well, if things go badly, we can always just shift things around. That's not a problem.
A blade in the dark.
Thaos awaits. A few minor interesting things still left for loot. Not that interested. Bloodstone, Scroll of Defense.
I'm
Potion of Bulwark against
no
elements.
pack mule. Let's offload this.
Well, if you take a lot of fire protections, then drink a Potion of Bulwark against fire, you could probably reduce fire damage significantly.
Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods lost. I am trusting you.
I'm no pack mule.
Broad field power. We have +3 might. +2 might, +2 resolve. It's not terrible. We have terrible resolve. But we would lose 3% in damage, but concentration and deflection would go up.
Let's
See how
offload this junk.
I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
probably would.
Things.
I don't recall how this fight goes.
You are ready to give a confession?
Okay, first chance to eat dragon meat. Um, right, see how this goes. Not sure about heavy armor. Not like it's a worthless piece of shit or anything, but there's a massive difference between how well you fight with the armor and without it.
I'm ready to hear one from you.
It's certainly a risky maneuver because I don't recall the fight at all.
How did you find it?
I'm not sure if I want to talk.
Hear me, Woodica. Your
Loading.
Block 10!
Statues cannot get to me. Immune to charmed, confused, diseased, dominated, poison, sick, and unconscious. Same thing here. Some resistance to blinded, dazed, dominated, hobbled, paralyzed, petrified, sickened, stuck, stunned, weakened. More against charmed, confused, prone. They have protections against charmed and confused. They're also immune to those. Yeah, I think this shows very clearly that there's been a sort of a progression of these things. At some point it's just been a plus to their defenses, later on it's immunity. You. Resistance against blinded, charmed, confused, dazed, dominated, frightened, petrified, sickened, stunned, terrified, weakened. More against hobbled, paralyzed, stuck. More against prone. So not immune, but they certainly make it clear that paralysis is the easiest one to try to hit one on. So it has the heavier defenses. Petrified is much harder. Need to buy time at the moment. You don't need to move, you do need to move.
Well,
He doesn't have any buffs going on him. Damage reduction 15. Yeah, it looks like the heavier hitting ones are a bit better here. But he has fantastic defenses. Can't ignore that. Cleansing Flame will jump to us too.
As you wish. Lava.
Stuck for 9 seconds.
Beyond sea.
Okay, Thaos is stuck there too. But I'm still doing the accuracy boost. He's stuck there a little bit more. Injured, barely injured. Raised hit crits. Also fate. I think it's here healing Woodika's judge. Injured. 38 points of damage. A grazing hit. His defense is fantastic. 105. Yeah, and it's not really going down. Go for a cleansing fire too, I suppose, but he's strong against fire. Maybe try petrification. I mean paralysis. We need to hold them down somehow anyway. Not paralyzed. Misses. Roll of 60 and still misses. Will 169. Roll of 92. Will of 218. Holy fucking shit. So damage is the way to go if you want to go. Stock seems to work too. It's gonna be unstuck very soon. Didn't die.
Still alive.
Still not dying.
I need something sharp.
Yeah, I know you need something sharp. Is his spirit here? Or is it on the other one? I have no idea. How would you know? He has some kind of a thing going. Fuck it. But fuck it. Oh crap. Okay. he's in there, I think. He has that kind of a effect going. I'm not sure what else could it be. We're losing buffs. Move, move. So we need to kill him first. If he dies, the Thaos will just pop back up, and that's pretty much the worst case scenario for us. Still, we're losing buffs.
Moe, Ixi,
Don't have great ways of healing. Wonder. Yeah, the extra speed was the best thing ever. Don't regenerate. We can easily kill that one when the other is gone. Then everything we have can be piled on Thaos. No, do that. I need
Moe, Ixi,
having a long-term regeneration ability. Is there a place where we could get these guys stuck? I'm not sure they are. Might as well give it a try though.
lava. Beyond. Deep.
Pumpkin spoon. That's all we have. Shit. Right.
Lava.
Immunity to poison. Okay, how exactly are we gonna kill you?
Beyond sea.
Okay, spoon is about to be lost.
So much for you.
Stunned. I think this might be a good time to attack them both. They're definitely within the range of my ability. It's against will though, so I'm not sure how much damage it would do. What else are we gonna do? "73, you are stunned."
Lava. Beyond sea.
amazed that he hasn't died yet. We're getting good hits on him too.
So much for you.
It's the end. Oh, so... Okay. Well, that was easier than I thought. I was expecting the next stage of combat to begin. So I guess I fought this in a very stupid manner the first time. Although I still not quite sure what happens. Maybe I basically managed to kill them so close to each other that there was nothing for him to... I'm no idea. Tear his soul apart. Right. Use the machine. I should put on clothes for this momentous occasion. I know there's no fighting, but... Okay, so Thaos was the most resistant to paralysis. By far. It's like totally hopeless to try to get that to work, at least on solo. Even if you get it, the duration would be so low it wouldn't matter.
I have observed you, Watcher. The way you handled that noble girl in Deerford, delivering an idol effigy to her uncle. A most careful scheme. You have labored at the pleasure of others. That shriveled hag in Hodrit House. Those well-bred thieves with their lordly pretensions. The wretched tribesmen playing out their fantasies of grandeur. And then you cowered and knelt before the gods themselves, begging one paltry favor and receiving riddles and visions in response. And now the gods give you orders and commands, even while you set out to fix what they cannot. Yet what have they offered you?
Well, I think it was +1 bonus to Constitution and maybe, was it Survival? Or Athletics? So, worthless shit, basically.
The exiled queen is not an ungrateful patron. Finish the work Thaos began. Strengthen Woodica with these souls and allow her to become the most powerful of all the gods, with you as her favored.
Hmm. Why would she thank me now after I've defeated her most loyal servant? Loyal and weak. Hmm. I won't help you. It's not really a game.
You say that now, but when you're standing in front of the machine, considering the lifetimes and the powers that await you,
Disintegrate the souls. Boudica's last
At your
ditch effort.
command, the ancient device became your instrument, spinning to life with deafening resonance and gathering up the swirling essence like thread on a great spindle. There, in the pale, pulsing glow of the machine that set you on this path long ago, you summoned all your strength, focusing on your objective and blocking out all else. With a single concussive blast that rocked the chamber and sent you tumbling to the ground, you freed the souls from their stasis. Exhausted, your consciousness slipping away, your last sight was of the machine, dark and dormant. Then your eyes closed, and sleep welcomed you at long last. After coming to and searching for some time, you discovered the route Thaos used to enter Sun and Shadow, and embarked on a long and arduous ascent back to the surface. You emerged in Terra Evron after days of tunneling through the rubble Thaos had left behind, and when you stepped into the daylight, you were faced with a different Deerwood than the one you had left. At your direction, the thousands of souls gathered at the machine in Sun and Shadow were disintegrated, their essence scattered to the winds like a lifting fog, never again to find its way into the body of a living being. Though none in Deerwood would ever know for certain what had become of the missing souls, many followers of the Beast of Winter were given visions of a mass exodus to a land of eternal peace, and solemn celebrations were held the following day among his faithful. The last hollow birth in Deerwood was already in the past, and a new peace of mind had come, not just to the lost souls of the Hollowborn, but to all the people of Deerwood. Lord Radric's zeal had brought him back to life once, but it would not do so again. Radric's destruction at your hands spelled the end of his suffocating rule over Gilded Vale and the surrounding area. In his absence, the village prospered, becoming a popular destination for new settlers anxious to leave Defiance Bay after the riots. Without a nearby ruler, it also grew more wild, with many settlers moving on as soon as they'd arrived, turned off by lawlessness that was excessive even by Deerwooden standards. Nevertheless, despite the challenges of living there, Gilded Vale had survived, and would continue to survive for the foreseeable future. Following the assassinations of Duke Avar Wolfgren and Lady Webb, Defiance Bay was thrown into political upheaval. In the ensuing weeks, the streets had become the domain of looters and blackguards. Few dared to step outside their own doors alone or unarmed. But order would soon come from an unexpected source. House Dominel, realizing that stability was good for business, brought the city's criminal elements in line through a systematic campaign of fear and intimidation. Capitalizing on the mutual antipathy of the Dozens and the Knights of the Crucible, House Dominel continued to manipulate both groups from the shadows, ensuring their decline and eventually supplanting their authority in Defiance Bay. Defiance Bay was served well by the Dominel's rise. Their subtle political maneuvers and lack of legal oversight allowed them to broker a number of favorable trade deals, rekindling the city's economy. Although their cautious approach in the Legacy's aftermath had perhaps denied them broad notoriety outside of Defiance Bay, House Dominel's wealth and influence both continued to grow unchecked. Though the machine atop Ter Noaneth had been drained of its accumulated essence, the machine had not seen its last use. Heritage Hill was rebuilt, and no sooner had the first families moved in to resettle the district than members of the Leaden Key, acting under standing orders from their Grand Master, climbed the tower and reactivated the machine. The initiates slew a handful of the new settlers under cover of night, and watched as history repeated itself, the victims reanimating and devouring the survivors. After this second incident, the district would remain abandoned. The Duke's assassination at the apparent hands of an Animancer had caused catastrophic rioting in the streets of Defiance Bay, and few Animancers survived the first day. Many Deerwoodens took the end of Widewind's legacy as a sign, both that the gods did not approve of Animancy, and that the purging of Animancers in Defiance Bay had been enough to satisfy them. In time, their rage would subside, and a number of surviving Animancers remained in and around Defiance Bay, often taking to the wilds to practice their science without repercussions. In the town of Deerford, an underground cult dedicated to Scan insinuated itself into the town's institutions. It became a popular travel destination for the wealthy, who were actively courted by the town's leadership. But few who visited the town would ever return, as they soon found their fortunes plummeting and their reputations destroyed by their own kin. The rejuvenation of Cadnua was a short-lived endeavor. While the rise of a new master had presented new hopes of the keep being restored to its former glory, time proved otherwise. Plans for maintenance of the structure were postponed time and time again, until ultimately they were scrapped altogether, their master's priorities lying elsewhere.
So true.
After the death of the master below, a strange quiet fell over the endless paths of Ad Nua. The attacks on the fortress above ceased, Ad Nua's silent titan the closest remaining thing to a master in its musty, forgotten passages. For you, the death of Thaos brought an end to your waking visions, and a silence to the whispers of the past. In their absence, you were able to sleep. The questions of a distant lifetime ceased to trouble your soul. All that remained was what to make of the answer. But at the moment, there was little to be done, and the matter would have to wait. A long journey loomed ahead.
Yay! So not much different from the first playthrough, but still different enough, I suppose. I don't have much to add. I suppose I understand the game was somewhat better, and I still think it's a pretty good game. One of the better ones I've played in a long time. I definitely want the DLCs to this. But it does have what I think is somewhat of a problem with the heavily disabling abilities. The problem is that the lesser hits are still going to inflict the full effect, and even though the timer is shorter, it's in a group it still leaves you open to additional debuffs, so you can, once you basically get your any kind of breach into that defensive armor, if you have a wide selection of spellcasters, you can widen it and the defenses crumble. I don't dislike the system, because it's so much better for support casters, so much better than D&D, for example. It's not like D&D support casters are worthless, but this is a much more active back and forth. However, still against single big targets, when it's 6 against 1 and it is very hard for the big guy, if it just isn't outright immune or have some ridiculous bonuses, to have any kind of reasonable chance of doing something. I still don't dislike the system. I think it should be tweaked towards a certain direction. So I suppose I just got a better understanding. I don't think this is unplayable in any class. It's just like I didn't really see how it would work with a priest. I'm thinking these and the likes, you just have to play. Think about a little bit of your options. You have them. You have great options. I'm not sure how about the end game boss though. I mean, the defenses are ridiculous. So scrolls can clearly get through that, and anyone can get the lore levels to use them. So anyone can get through that, no problem. But without the scrolls, I don't know. Still, fairly enjoyable. Looking forward to the DLC.